singing zippity-doo-dah, okay? That is copyrighted by Disney. If you sing a parody of that or even sing that song and put it on YouTube, you can be arrested, and with the TPP, you could be a criminal. For democracy to function, information must be free. No fear of extreme copyright or criminality. But now our rights are threatened by that nasty TPP. Protect democracy. Da-dum-da-dum. No more tyrant corporations. Democracy must rule our nation. Free access to information. Let's flush the TPP. Canada, the United States, and Mexico, there's more than 45 actions that have happened today. We're here today because we want our elected representatives up there to say no to Fast Track, no to more new NAFTAs, and no to the Transpacific Partnership. The Transpacific Partnership is a secret, so-called free trade agreement that has nothing to do with trade. It's an undemocratic agreement, yet it involves 12 countries. It's been negotiated behind closed doors with input from 500 corporations, but no impact from the public. An agreement that we know would decrease access to affordable medicine, would import goods not met by U.S. safety standards, would roll back Wall Street regulations, and would offshore millions of good-paying jobs.
I don't think you're one of the 600 corporate advisors that has clearance to see the TPP text. Have you seen it? I haven't seen it. Representative Pelosi, she helped stop it in the past. She needs to do that again. There's no way these trade agreements are going to get through if there's open debate about it. You can't even look at the text, no debate on the text, and they want to ram it through. All these agreements where the corporations are the ones that are allowed to write the rules have created this inequality and the ecological crisis that we're all facing today. This drought, the climate change, it's crazy.
It's backdoor deals with the 1%, in which there's no labor rights, there's no environmental rights, there's no negotiating going on. The entire labor movement, we're in cities all over the United States right now. And working families are talking and saying that we absolutely oppose the Fast Track and the TPP. Fast Track has given us deals like NAFTA that have led to a U.S. trade deficit of $540 billion just in the year 2012 alone. Millions of lost jobs, communities devastated in the wake of closed factories. This is just another way in which they're going to outsource our jobs, put pressure on wages. The message is no vote. No vote on Fast Track, period.
TPP means trouble for our food, our water, and our environment. And even though we can't see it, big oil, big gas, and 600 multinational corporations are writing it for us. Thanks to Wikileaks, we now know some of the threats it will bring. So in general, the TPP will equal less local food, more fracking, sketchy seafood imports, no GMO labeling, and more corporate control of our democracy. This deal would allow importers of food to force products suspected of border inspections to be tainted into our commerce while testing is being carried out. It would increase the imports of unsafe farm-raised seafood from places like Vietnam. We're going to put a lot of the pressure on saying no to Fast Track right now. Pull out your telephone right now. Pull it out. Do it. We're going to do an action. We're going to do it together. It's going to be awesome. This is a Food and Water Watch action. There's a couple of things that happen once you hit send. Okay, everybody hit send at the same time. It'll be amazing. This week, 80,000 people signed petitions specifically to Pelosi, urging her to come out publicly against Fast Track because her partner in the Senate, Harry Reid, did that this week. There were 2 chapters that were released by Wikileaks. The first chapter that came out was around intellectual property right and internet freedoms. So Myra Sutton from the Electronic Frontier Foundation is going to talk about what was in that chapter.
Specifically, the copyright enforcement provisions pose a huge threat to the internet and your digital rights. Leads to users' content being taken down and censored. Incentivize internet service providers like Comcast and websites like Google and Facebook to police your activities. The TPP's copyright provisions pave the way for a future that makes us fearful of how we use and interact with technology. Do we want the internet to feel less free, more intimidating, and more oppressive? No! These kinds of provisions are in the TPP because we are shut out, because corporate interests are the only ones who are being listened to at the table.
Flush the TPP! We are the 99%! We are 99%!
TPP's gotta go.
TPP has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Say TPP has got to go. In reality, guys, they got us, but now we're winning because the man that made the deal, the only man.
TPP has got to go!
I don't know what I'm going to.
Trickle-down economics has not worked. Everything that Ross Perot said way back in the early 90s about losing business abroad would result in, lowering of wages, loss of health care, loss of benefits, and that's exactly what happened. And people knew it, but they thought, oh, it's not my job, so why should I care? Well, it affects all of us.
I don't want any more NAFTAs, any more fast track free trade. Free trade just means less work for us here and horrible work for people in other countries.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The TPP has got to go!
This negotiation has been done behind closed doors with a committee of corporate rulers and their lobbyists without any input from the citizens, and Obama has tried to fast track this bill so that we don't get to have a say in this discussion whatsoever. The few pieces that have been leaked by Wikileaks, our valiant ally, are degrading to the environment, degrading to humans, degrading to workers, and degrading to citizens of the U.S. based on international property law, copyrights, environmental justice, labor justice, all across the board, all things that everybody should care about.
TPP has really unfair intellectual property laws. I really think it affects the smaller companies who are trying to adapt to the global economy and trying to make new innovations. I think just the way the patents are going, it's really unfair for the really, really successful companies already. And it's like, the people and the smaller companies should come first because we're the majority. And it's not even about the money as much as it's just about the actual products that are coming out.
Going to Dianne Feinstein's office building at night.
TPP! Hell no!
Yeah.
TPP! Hell no! TPP! Hell no! TPP! Hell no! TPP! Hell no!
There could be problems with food safety. More American jobs could be shipped overseas. Environmental standards could become a joke. And medicines could bleed us until we're broke. We got to expose the TPP, have it see the light of day. We got to expose the TPP so big corporations can have their way.
We're idle no more. We are all brothers and sisters as an immune system of Mother Earth. Each one of us is an immune cell of Mother Earth. And there are more and more of us waking up just in the nick of time. Indigenous people around the world are the first ones to ever suffer from environmental injustice. We're the first ones to have our homes degraded by the oil industry and the mining industry.
Corporations are profit-seeking entities that exist only on paper, and it puts the interests of these corporations ahead of real people who are flesh and blood. Bank of America and Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs have joined together under the umbrella of the U.S. Business Coalition for TPP to push for certain parts of the agreement. The biggest infringement on the economic rights of the people is the fact that it will empower financial firms to directly attack government policies in foreign tribunals and demand taxpayer compensation for policies that they claim unfairly determine their expected future profits.
Somewhere, Queen Feinstein, she's saying that we need more so-called free trade. We need more spying on people. The real security threat is right here with Dianne Feinstein.
We need you to contact Congress. We need direct action if anything. We need more people in the street.
What I'd like to see next in the way of escalation is a little bit of direct action, as in not just oppose something but put a stop to it. And we can do this with absolute non-violence. We're going to have a non-violent direct action seminar.